Spotted king, queens afar. We were thirsting to drink. No one knew it was a nightmare. Evil lurked. The women screamed for their life. Either the kids' blood trails I can't forget. People jumped overboard with the shawls, rather to live with all that agony and pain. That would come through that submission. Mission on that Atlantic was missing. I ain't wishing. Take it all back from the blood and trees. Rape. The things I can take when I see it. Over and over, trying to be humble, hoping I'm honor. However, me having hope had a hunch. And don't nobody give a fuck about your feelings. They kill us in every corner. Blew the trunk with the donor. Now mama visit the corner to bury her baby boy, but nobody gave us the warning that Egypt, which is America, taking the firstborn, stuffing us in the prison and killing us at alarming rates. Wait, no, we come from the jungle, slither with snakes. How can he sit here and take what he take? He can't be great is the greater question. That's only determined by what he makes. Man, it depressing, really suggesting you know the shape of your future. Fell in the focus. I know you got what it takes. Over 400 years they fabricated my life. It wasn't active stimulus for everything that wasn't right. I know that even Satan could be an angel of light. Black is evil and the blacks are supremacy only white, right? Know that I'm the one made in this image. Why they say I can't be perfect? Shit. Go to Psalms 82, verse 6. Say we gods. Why they tell us that we work? America the free. 3/4 slick, slowly digging up your dirt, bitch. When it's all said and done, the same one you call a nigga turns around and find his purpose. Know your name. The freedom reigns took X-Pac, Pimp C and Martin Luther King, burnt Black Wall Street. Black fellas kept the dream, but we ain't got enough wealth. We kill ourselves for what it seems, and I know it ain't no. I read this shit happen over and over. Mom crack in a baby, a soldier, he in that fear running. Pushing crack, so we thought he was getting real money. He took that glizzy, cause really he know that drill coming. Lost tri-coated diamond, no appeal coming. He sit alone like crackers done did him wrong. All alone, it's just the heavenly father bringing him home. Hard to find your peace inside of that city where evil wrong. Sometimes your bad is good and good can really be bad. You not a nigga, you a king, really head in your class. Slow it down before you living too fast. They say the last come first to know about you, but shit, I always come last. Know your name, know that I'm the one made in this image. Why they say I can't be perfect? Psalms 82, verse 6, that we gods. Why they tell us that we worthless? America, free, 3/4 slick, slowly digging up your dirt, bitch. When it's all said and done, same one you call a nigga turns around and find his purpose.
Radio Raheem. Listen, man, you said that your people have been fighting for 400 years.
Your people too.
So I just want you to explain what you mean by that.
You know what I'm talking about. Y'all all know what I'm talking about, man. Don't sit up here and try to bait and not know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what the fuck I talk about when I say these things. Your people too.
Explain it. Not everybody knows what you're talking about.
Radio Raheem, I don't have to explain what's understood, man. You know what I mean by that. You know what I said by that. I ain't got to go further. And if anybody don't understand that, then God be with them. Go look up the history. Go look up the history. Shit, don't everybody believe in Google? Go Google that shit. See what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about, man. You know what I dare you to sit up there and say, explain. You know what I'm talking about, man. It's fighting people. You know we've been fighting 400 and still fighting to this day. To this day. To this day. You just sit here and you don't know what I'm talking about? Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go. Come on, let's go, man. Let's go.
Bomb Squad. Bomb Squad.
To this day.
To this day.
Yes, sir.
All right. Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's K-Route here. I'm back at it with another good live with Mr. Skywalker, TWT. Yeah, we got a lot of boxing content to break down tonight, and I also wanted to basically show like a little like a clip here that I made for Deontay Wilder for my NBA sports content that I'll be making for him. I just wanted to show it real quick, and then after that, we'll just get right into the boxing topics to discuss. So here's this little clip that I attributed to Deontay Wilder, and I hope you guys enjoyed.
I see it. over and over, trying to be humble, hoping I'm honor. However, me having hope had a hunch, and don't nobody give a fuck about your feelings. They kill us in every corner. Blew the trunk with that donor. Now mama visit the corner to bury her baby boy, but nobody gave us the warning that Egypt, which is America, taking the firstborn, stuffing us in the prison and killing us at alarming rates. Wait, no, we come from the jungle, slither with snakes. How can he sit here and take what he take? Can he be great? Is the greater question that's only determined by what he make. Man, it depressing, really suggesting you know the shape of your future. Fell in the focus, I know you got what it takes. Over 400 years they fabricated my life. It wasn't acting stimulus for everything that wasn't right. I know that even Satan could be an angel of light. Black is evil and them blacks are supremacy only white, right? Know that I'm the one made in this image. Why they say I can't be perfect? Go to Psalms 82 verse 6, say we gods. Why they tell us that we worthless? America the free, 3/4 slip.
All right. Yeah, but that's pretty much up the intro clip that I'm going to be using for Deontay Wilder NBA 2K22 My Career videos. I already got like a player made for him. I'll break down his skill set, his abilities, and for all the build path things if you guys want to make it yourselves. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Salute to Deontay Wilder. Salute to Tay Jones. Salute to everybody, man, out of that whole entire team. But yeah, let's get right into it. Tim, like if you want to introduce yourself and let people know who you are, where they can find you.
Hey, my name is Tim Muzzy. They call me on YouTube Boxing Skywalker. You can find me on my channel, Skywalker Boxing, creating little shorts right now. I need some more subscribers. Please subscribe to Skywalker Boxing, #TWT. Or you can find me on Instagram, Boxing, 4, Live Tim on Instagram.
All right. I'll be sure to link his channel after this stream's over. And yeah, I'll be sure to do that. But yeah, let's talk about the very first topic that we have in mind here. Mr. Mark Magsayo, the Filipino superstar, WBC world featherweight champion, will be making his very first title defense against Mr. Mexico's own Rey Vargas this upcoming weekend. Will he succeed this tough test? And plus, we will talk about the undercard as well. What's your take on it, Tim? If you have anything.
Man, I'm hyped up, man. I was telling K-Rod before we started the show that we got an amazing fight this weekend, man. We got undefeated Rey Vargas at 35-0, super bantamweight, former WBC champion. So he's fighting a champ that's moving up to featherweight, to 126 in contention of the featherweight WBC strap that Mark Magsayo took from Gary Russell Jr. It'll be his first defense. And his first defense is going to be a ruthless one, man. We got a tough Rey Vargas, undefeated, 35-0, former champion. We got to break down this fight, K-Rod.
Yeah. Personally, for me, I think Rey Vargas is going to beat him. I don't think Gary Russell had lost that fight. I think a good amount of us that follow boxing, that actually watched that fight, decisively, should easily tell that a injured Gary Russell still managed to beat Mark Magsayo. And the fact that Mark Magsayo, he didn't feel confident after the fight, just showed that Mark Magsayo, he could just very well just be like a title holder. But this is going to be a very difficult fight where I think Rey Vargas, he's going to come in as a massive underdog, because a lot of people don't really talk about guys like Rey Vargas, but they'll talk about guys like Canelo Alvarez, Jaime Munguia, all these mainstream fighters that don't really have too much of a wide skill set, but compared to a guy like Rey Vargas that literally got everything from the bottom. He earned every single opportunity, and he still manages to fight perfect till this day. That just speaks a lot of volume, just to show how well he's moving in the sport, because he's not basically avoiding any tough opposition opponents. I think just by looking at Rey Vargas's resume, I don't use the resume argument to determine to determine a boxer's skill set, but just by looking at the level of competition that garners the amount of skill set that you get from these opponents. He's beaten some really top level opposition names. He beat Hovhannissian at 122 when he was the WBC super bantamweight champion. He beat Oscar Negrete, who was undefeated. He defeated Ronnie Rios, who had recently fought.
Ronnie Rios that has fought. Yeah. He fought Ronnie Rios fought your boy, bro, your Puerto Rican boy.
Who? MJ? Or no.
No, Ronnie Rios. My bad. No, he fought it. Yeah, Ahmed Dali.
Yeah. MJ.
Yeah. I'm tripping. Yeah, I was thinking of that featherweight. Was it Jean Paul Rivera?
Yeah. Jean Paul Rivera. He fought.
Well, Pro Box card. Yeah, he's the featherweight. So I was just thinking of a featherweight.
Yeah.
My take on this is Ray Vargas is a smaller fighter. You know what I mean? She's moving up in weight. Yeah, so you know what I mean. I know it's only 4 pounds. You know, from 122 to 126, but Magsayo is naturally a big featherweight, bro. He's tall. He's a big featherweight, dog.
Yeah, so, he's extremely huge.
So I don't know. To me, it's a 50-50 fight. I'm of Mexican descent, so I'm rooting for Ray Vargas, but Magsayo got some skill, bro. I ain't gonna hate on him just because Gary Russell Jr. had an off night that night. You know what I mean? Because I know Gary Russell Jr. is proven. You know what I'm saying? But this will be Mark Magsayo's first defense, and we'll see where he goes from that, man.
Yeah.
If he defends the belt, he's really fucking good, bro. And he beat a really, in my opinion, I think he beat a Gary Russell Jr. that was just having an off night, bro. Dealing with a lot of shit with his pops. You know what I mean? He wasn't totally 100%, and even he's admitted it for that fight. I like to see Gary Russell Jr. get his way back up to the top, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think he will, bro. He's been training hard. I follow him on Instagram, and he's been working pretty hard, bro. So I like the Russells, bro. I always follow Gary Antoine, Gary Russell. I follow all of them, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think this is going to be a fun main event to watch, but I just don't see, Ray Vargas really letting himself down. Because if he does beat Mark Magsayo and he dominates him, then I'm definitely going to.
Bro, yeah. I'm so looking forward to that, bro. This weekend was kind of dead with boxing. I mean, we had a good heavyweight fight with Joe Joyce and Christian Hammer. It was a really good fight. Of course, at nighttime for us in the United States, our prime time this Saturday was UFC, man. And I'm not really a UFC fan, but I watched that card because no boxing was on at night. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, we both watched that fight. That was pretty good UFC card.
Yeah, congratulations to Israel Adesanya defeating Jared Canney.
Yeah. Hey, what do you think about Israel Adesanya if he ever crossed over into boxing, man? I think he would be fucking good, bro. He's real slick.
I think he would.
Oh, he would kill it, bro. Put him at cruiserweight or a light heavyweight. Yeah.
I think a light heavyweight. I think light heavyweight and down he would beat a lot of people, but don't put him at heavyweight. I think he would max at. Well,
I say cruiserweight the highest, but I would say lightweight would be nice for him. He that motherfucker's bad, but he would have to learn how to hold back his kicks in a fight.
Yeah.
He got mad. He'd be like, I'm going to kick your ass in the head.
Yeah. He's just so athletically gifted, and I just don't understand.
I think he could do good in boxing. He needs to transition over and make better money than what fucking Dana White's paying. You know what I mean?
It's just like, I don't know if I told you that I have the interview with Claudia Gadella, but I try to professionally ask her, about the pay scale for the UFC fighters, and does she believe that there needs to be a better paying system, so therefore fighters could be more incentivized to actually fight in the UFC, and she tried to make it how should I say? She tried to like generalize it to a point where she was just saying like, well, she feels like everything is okay, at the state of what the UFC's financial structure, but she tried not to like talk down on the UFC because obviously she works, for them. So she tried to make it seem like that things are decent to say the least, but it can be better. But I just think as far as like, comparing what the pay scaling, for boxing and UFC, boxing obviously makes way more money because it's like, all the big name fighters that should be fighting each other, they could easily make, well over like, $1 million figure paydays. But it's
Right.
just that, like, when the promoters and all this nonsensical, business politics gets in, that's where everything just falls apart because it's like, that's why all these big fights don't happen all at once. But if you just get rid of the sanctioning bodies that are preventing, all these mega fights, boxing would be delivering like every single day and every single month and every single weekend. So that's like a factory lineup of just all the greatest matches that you could think of. But hopefully sooner than later that future can come. And I would I would like to see people from the UFC transition over to boxing more because I think
he's got
yeah.
a past record in kickboxing, so he's already got some boxing fundamentals. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he knows how to box. It's just that the
Seems to
thing
go
is,
hands on.
yeah. He just doesn't know what the fundamentals. And I think Adesanya, if he had done it younger, getting into the sport, especially at the professionals, a lot younger, then he would be lighting up boxing right now. But
Right.
yeah, I was gonna say let's talk about the undercard on the Magsayo Vargas card. We have some really really good matchups. We have Brandon Figueroa, who's a co-main event. He'll be going up against Mexico's own Carlos Castro. I
Right.
believe he's from Mexico. I think he's out of Phoenix, but he's a good fighter. He's a 27-1-0 fighter. He just recently lost to Luis Neri, who had beat him
Right. I remember that.
recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, pretty much he'll be going up against Brandon Figueroa. That'll be a very very difficult fight for both men.
Yeah, bro. Because Cool Boy Steph, bro, what he did with Cool Boy Steph, fucking tripped me out, bro. Like, damn, dude. Like, he's got skill as well, bro. That was such a close fight, bro. I know that. No, Cool Boy Steph won, and I know he won. I seen everything. I don't think it was a robbery or none of that bullshit. But man, it was a war between them. That was a damn good fight, man.
Yeah.
And Figueroa's gonna show out, bro. That's his style, bro. If this guy can hang with him, because Cool Boy put it on him, and they were both, man. It was just a slugfest. It was pretty good, bro. But
Yeah.
Cool Boy is more accurate. You know what I'm saying? But this kid's good, bro.
Yeah, I think Brandon, he's a little bit better than his brother Omar. He just needs to be more, relaxed with his boxing.
Yeah, he's got a great reach too.
Yeah, he has good pressure. He has good inside boxing ability, but the outside boxing ability, he needs to work on that.
Yeah, and see, his outside boxing ability is great on fighters that aren't good with their movement, bro. Like Cool Boy stuff was too slick for him, so he had to get on the inside and exchange. And it was an inside fight. Remember, I tripped out, but he's too tall for that, bro. I'm tall, bro. I'm good at my jab. You know what I mean? I have an 80-inch reach, bro. So that's what helps me in fights. But I'm not an inside fighter because you can't find them angles, bro, with long arms. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's harder to connect. But yeah, he's definitely gonna win that fight. You know, I don't see the other guy winning it at all.
Yeah, I think Carlos, he's gonna be in a he's gonna just be in a very difficult fight. And I think Brandon's just gonna start teeing off of him.
Right.
But I would see Brandon decisioning Carlos. I don't see like a knockout really happening. I don't think Brandon's gonna like have have that type of power to like sleep Carlos. But I mean honestly, like knowing that Brandon he's moving up in weight and
Yeah,
he looks a lot bigger than Carlos. I think Brandon could have a shot to potentially stop him,
right.
but knowing how tough Carlos is, I don't see Carlos like allowing a guy like Brandon to do something like that to him. Um,
Right.
yeah, let's talk about the other fight. The other three fights. Of like the other fighter, Speedy Rashidi Ellis. He'll be on the card as
His
well.
first career boxing card.
Yeah. He'll be going up against Argentina's own Alberto Palmetta.
Okay.
He's a 17-1 no no draws fighter, and he fights at 147 if I'm not mistaken as well.
Right.
He has 12 knockouts out of his 17 victories. He's only been stopped once by the hands of some dude from Argentina, Gonzalo Gaston Coria, but he hasn't really done anything. He fights at middleweight now, but at the time, I believe they were fighting at 140. At actually no, they were fighting at a catchweight at 151, but still, he got stopped. But yeah, like I don't think I don't think Ellis will have too much of a problem with this guy because I've seen some of his fights. He's not too flashy. He's not too bad, but knowing that he's a southpaw, he's a very awkward southpaw. He has a very a quickster type of style.
Is he orthodox or is he southpaw?
He's orthodox. He's an orthodox fighter.
Speedy Rashidi. You know what, man? He just left Golden Boy, so this is gonna be his first fight at Premier Boxing Championship. Signed a new contract. He wants the big fights. He's calling out Jerome Boots Ennis. Let's see what he can do. He needs to shine on this fight, man. He needs a fast knockout, something spectacular, so then he can call out somebody like Boots, shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I really do believe Rashidi Ellis, he needs to dominate in this fight because, sadly, he's been inactive for 2 years, and I think mainly
it's his promotion, dog.
Yeah, I would.
He wants that smoke, bro. He's always had that smoke. Now he's with PBC. He's making the moves, bro. We just gotta give him time, man.
I think honestly, if he wasn't screwed over by a Golden Boy, obviously for him defeating their fighter Alexis Roca, in which I don't
fuck, bro. Alexis Roca wasn't no bum, bro. That motherfucker's tough. I know the competition level's not high at DAZN and shit like that. They're not making them the best fight. Yeah. But Rocha was decent, dog. So for him beating Rocha, and Rocha's turning it up still, dog. That's his only losses against Speedy Rashidi Ellis. So
I don't personally for me, I don't think Rocha is that good yet, but I think I think honestly the reason the reason why Rashidi has been sitting on the shelf for so long is because of him defeating their fighter. And that's why Golden Boy was being so, racially, discriminatory in that regard by holding Rashidi back and just using him as like a sparring partner for Canelo Alvarez and his team. And it's just like, why? You're not staying active. You're being screwed over financially. And pretty much that was the same thing that happened with that other Puerto Rican fighter who's now officially left Golden Boy the same time as Rashidi did, Luis Feliciano. But still, for them to do that type of evil business to fighters like that, that's why promoters and sanctioning bodies need to be out of boxing, because you cannot tell me that you need a promoter to help you, but if that promoter is not keeping you active and you're being screwed over like that, and it takes you like upwards to years for you to get out of your contract, for you to seek better opportunities, that's not proper business. You should be in control of your business. You are
Right.
your own promoter. You are the fighter. The promoters don't work for you. You work for yourself. So for Rashidi to finally get out of get out of that hellhole with
Right.
Golden Boy, I commend him for it. But at the same time, he should have been known that Golden Boy was
Give
going
him a
to.
round of applause.
Yeah, yeah.
Even boy, heck yeah. Now I want him. He's asking for the smoke. Let's see, man.
Yeah, like honestly, if he was active, throughout those years that he got held back, he could have very well dominated. I think honestly, just based off of like what he's been doing, he's just been, at that level where he could have easily skyrocketed through the welterweight division. But it's like, for you to just be ratted out like that, that's just evil. But hopefully he can dominate, because Alberto Pamela, he's not coming in there to lose. He's gonna he's gonna come in there to beat up Rashidi. And I mean, Ellis, he has a very, very good jab. He's very fast. He's very rangy too. But I think with Palmetta, the only thing that I'm concerned about, especially when you're coming off of like a long layoff facing like a southpaw, is obviously the awkwardness. I think that the biggest issue that Rashidi will face in this fight is the awkwardness from this from this potential opponent. And I mean, if Rashidi is able to get into his rhythm and keep himself active, within those rounds, then I can easily see him knocking out Palmetta, because Palmetta, he hasn't really faced that much tough opposition. But just based off of how he's been growing from these low level fights, I don't see that much progression, within his development. So I think Ellis, he'll probably cruise him to a decision, or he'll just end up knocking him out late game into the fight.
Yeah. Nah, you know what, dude? That's a beautiful assessment, bro. And thank you for breaking that down, especially the people out there, man, that don't know who Rashidi's kind of like. I didn't know his opposition, so I appreciate the good breakdown, bro.
Yeah. Anytime. I was also going to talk about the Frank Martin Ricardo Nunez fight. That's going to be a flame fight. I can't wait for that fight.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
Frank Martin's beast, dog. Fuck, he's bad, bro. That motherfucker. he's a workhorse, bro.
Yeah, I think Frank, he'll come out with a decision, or he's gonna knock out Nunez late, because Nunez, he's a very tough opponent. I don't care what anyone says.
That should be co-main shit.
Yeah. Ever since he lost to Gervonta, he's been on a mega tear. But even though he hasn't been facing all the top guys,
they all get better after they face Tank, bro. I bet you Rolly will knock the fuck out of Ryan Garcia.
Yeah. Like I was just about to say, honestly, like Rolly and Frank Martin, they should fight each other, in the future.
You like this shirt, bro? Look.
Yeah.
What flag?
Yeah.
That's a Mexican flag, bro. What does it say?
Oh, nice.
In my DNA. See the boxer? Yeah, bro.
Yeah. But yeah, taking a look back at Nunez's recent, ring activity. Obviously he hasn't been back in the ring since October 15th of 2021, but ever since then he knocked out former opponent of Devin Haney, Alfredo Santiago, a tough Dominican fighter who was 13-1 at that time. He knocked him out in 9 rounds, and after that he knocked out some other dude named Richard Solano. So I mean, either way, it's decent to say the least, but at the same time, he should have been more active by fighting a guy like Jermaine Ortiz or Zaur Abdulwalev or Nakathila. He's also good. But I mean, I think this fight's gonna favor Frank more than it's gonna favor Nunez because Nunez he hasn't been staying active, and I think that's at the core factor of fighters not performing, the way that we want them to perform. Because if you're not staying active, then that's where
Right.
that's where like your body starts to get into that ring rust, and you're not getting into like your rhythm because like you haven't been in the ring for such a long time, so your reaction time and like your muscle memory is not there. So I think for Nunez, he needs to come into this fight with a lot of serious bad intentions. Obviously, not trying to fight dirty, but Frank Martin, he's not coming in there to let him breathe. He's gonna go in there, knock him out, and definitely outbox him. With
I got Frank Martin on this fight though.
yeah, I think Martin's gonna do a good job.
Yeah.
I just don't see Nunez being very successful. I think Martin's gonna come out here and he's gonna shine. And I mean, if he beats Nunez, decisively, then I don't mind seeing him face any top 10 lightweight. I would like to see him and Rolly fight each other, and then after that, he could get a fight in with Isaac Cruz, which I think he'll beat. He could
I like
definitely
Cruz,
beat.
bro.
Yeah. I think he could beat Ryan Garcia. I think he'll fold him. Jojo Diaz is actually like a good fight too. I think.
He's a good
I
fighter
think
too, bro. He's a good. Yeah, JoJo's nice, bro.
Yeah, Jojo hasn't really lost too
After
much of his
Haney,
skill.
yeah, Haney's just he's fucking great. He's got a good jab. It's hard to touch him, bro. It's just a difficult. Haney's a difficult boxer to beat, bro. Period. It's his style, you know what I mean. But JoJo Diaz does well with other styles, So
Yeah,
I think that he's on the top, bro, of lightweight division right now at 135.
Yeah, because after Devin Haney leaves, like my prediction of the lightweight division will be Frank Martin, and I think I'll see.
Shakur will move up.
Yeah. Shakur is gonna take over.
Shakur will fucking be the next undisputed at lightweight.
Yeah. I think potentially Jermaine Ortiz. I think people will start to see his name pop up more. Rolando Romero, he could very well upset some guys at lightweight. That other Dominican
I know
dude.
he's a clown, but you don't count out Rolly, man. Other fighters, his style, like I said, you got that slick boxing fundamentals and all that. But if you go out to brawl with these motherfuckers like Rolly or like, you know what I mean, they're pretty good at brawling, but they're not good at boxing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I mean, and his brawling style actually works up against some tough level guys. So I mean, he could definitely pack a punch to actually hurt somebody, in the pocket. But I'm not just saying like that Rolly has like a puncher's chance. He has a good awkward style where he knows how to break you down, type of fighting style, But some other fighters that I think that will make noise. I think that Dominican dude, Michel Rivera, he can make some noise. And then I probably say lastly, maybe William Zepeda, but I'm not really sinking too high, off of it.
Don't hate on my Mexican fighters, bro. Come on, man.
No. I'm not hating. It's just
I'm just playing. I'm a fan of William Zepeda, El Camarón. I call him. I always fuck with him on Instagram. I go, hey, because I'm Mexican, bro. So I'd be like, oh yeah, El Camarón chingón. He be like, hey, what's up, bro? I throw a little muscle next to a shrimp and shit. Fuck yeah. Like, what's up? It's a Skywalker, But I follow him, bro. I like William Zepeda, bro. Don't sleep on fucking William Zepeda.
I like him too.
It's yeah, but I'm telling you, dude, I don't see him being a slick boxer style, but anybody that wants to come brawl with El Camarón, little shrimp, they're gonna get their ass hit good, bro. His brawling style, like he's got good boxing fundamentals too, if you watch him, but If you exchange with him, he's fucking deadly, bro. He knows how to throw, bro.
Yeah,
He'll put you to sleep.
I
And
just
so
think
yeah,
honestly, like once he once he faces a fighter that knows how to box and they're not afraid to actually like you know use use some proper reflexes to catch you off guard.
yeah.
I think Zapata,
I don't
he'll
think he's top tier like you're saying, bro, but I'm saying he's a contender. Like
yeah
you'll see him at the top, but I don't think he'll be at the top. You know what I'm
yeah
saying?
yeah
Like
yeah 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 same
he's
here.
very tough, bro. I agree with you, bro. Like you can't be if Shakur moves up to 135, nobody's gonna beat Shakur, in my opinion. You know, everybody may have different opinions about shit, but I just don't see anybody beating that style, bro. That style's nice, bro. Like I don't know, bro. It's similar to how Haney fights, bro, too. Like they're just good defensive fighters, bro. Got good job.
Yeah,
So I mean,
yeah,
Shakur got the whole package. Haney's lacking a little power, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
he's got a stiff, tough jab. Haney does, so that's what fucks his opponents up. They're always getting stuck. They're like, you know,
yeah. That's true.
stiff rocket jab, you know.
Yeah. Let's talk about the next topic about Teofimo Lopez getting exposed by Arnold Barbosa's father. Um, According to Boxing News 24, um, Arnold Barbosa Jr.'s father, if I'm not mistaken, exposed him, talking about I guess, the recent negotiations that they had. That I guess it fell through, and
Yeah.
I'll put the link down in the comments section for anybody that wants to take a look at it. But um, basically, Arnold Barbosa said right here in the article, um, he said he told the lying Teofimo Lopez to shut up after he recently complained on Twitter that the fighters at 140 have no interest in fighting him. The undefeated number 8 WBO contender Barbosa says they tried to set up a fight with Teofimo, but the match didn't get made. So instead, Teofimo facing him. He's planning on facing second-tier journeyman Pedro Campa on August 13th. The former, oh my God, four-belt unified lightweight champion will be fighting for the first time since losing his titles to George Kambosos Jr. last November. That loss may have taken something out of Teofimo mentally, making him vulnerable to almost anyone at 140. Teofimo, 24 years old, is moving up in weight to 140 rather than staying at 135 to try and avenge his loss to Kambosos. It's unclear why Teofimo isn't fighting Barbosa, as he was a fighter that he was rumored to be facing in his debut at 140. It's possible that Teofimo or his team decided that Barbosa was too risky of a fight for him after his long layoff and defeat against Kambosos. Barbosa is arguably a better fighter than Kambosos, so it's understandable why Teofimo would not choose to fight him in his first bout at light welterweight. It's all right. We
Bro.
tried our hardest. Said Arnold Barbosa to the Boxing Boys about his team had tried to make the fight with Teofimo Lopez. I seen a tweet that he posted earlier that no one at 140 wanted to fight him out of the top guys. I responded to him saying, "Shut your lying ass up." Continued Barbosa about Teofimo. He's lying, but it's all right. Hopefully, in the next fight, let's see how he does against Pedro Campa. I had some hopes Teofimo would fight him. He talks good game, him and his dad, Teofimo Senior, but it is a risk. Who knows how he comes back from that loss to Kambosos? He's delusional if he thinks he won that fight. I think he got his ass beat. We'll see. Hopefully, in the future. Hopefully. Honestly, I respect Teofimo's boxing skills. He's talented. You can't deny that. He's going to be stronger. Obviously, he's not going to feel the weight cut as much, but I think I'm too big. I've proven that I can box or I can brawl. It just depends on what game plan we're going to go in that fight, but I'm over it. It's not going to happen, so I have my opponent ahead. It's time to move on. Said Barbosa about giving up on the idea of fighting Teofimo. So yeah, that's pretty much it with that. What's your thoughts on that, Tim?
Man, what a circus, bro. All right, we got the former unified champion, man. All right, first fight at 140, bro. They're already ducking good opposition, taking the easy route, easy fight. To debut at that weight class. If you're a former champ, you want to fight. They should have set something up better, bro. Like you know what I mean? Like, give him some better competition to see where he's at. They've done that with a lot of other fighters, bro. When they make their debut, they did it with Bud when he came from lightweight to the welterweight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
From 140 to 147. You know what I'm saying? After he was undisputed, but he always fought the better fighters. Bud Crawford did. You know what I'm saying? When he made that leap, and weight classes. But if you're making that leap, bro, and you're the former champ, and you blamed your loss because you're having a hard time making weight, that you're a big guy, that you fight better at 140, you would expect him to fight better competition, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a trip, bro. I don't know what happened to Teofimo, bro. He looked good back in the day, and then it's just like, fuck, man. He lost all his discipline, bro. Like, kind of went down the drain to me, man.
Yeah. I
When you
was
told
gonna
me,
say, oh,
yeah,
sorry.
when you told me you had Teo news, I was thinking that he was trying to do something with the belts being left from Josh Taylor. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get in the fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I was gonna say about his opponent, Pedro Campa. He's actually a pretty tough opponent. I'm not gonna lie though. He can hit, but the biggest thing with him is just that he throws a lot of one-dimensional punches, and he's trying to go in there to hurt you. And I think if Teofimo, if he gets caught with the same punches that Kambosos threw at him, those like looping right hooks and those body shots,
Right.
I think Pedro could very well beat Teo.
That would end his career, bro.
Because it's like this guy has damn near like 36 fights. He's boxed over 178 rounds, and he has a 63% knockout ratio. And
What's his record? What's his box rate?
his record is 34 wins, 1 loss by way of knockout, and 1 draw.
Yeah, pretty good
23 of
record.
those wins by
But
knockout.
out of those 34, who's on his resume, dog?
He's just been fighting a bunch of domestic fighters in his home country in Mexico. Nobody serious, but he's fought out of his past 5 fights, he's fought 2 back-to-back undefeated fighters in which he knocked out, hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The first fight he had a split decision. That was back in 2019 of April 6th with Abner Lopez. He had a split decision draw with him, and then he knocked out his next opponent, Kenan Betancourt. That was a second round TKO, and then the next fight was Carlos Cardenas. That was the 8-rounder majority decision victory, and then the fight after that, he fought Abimel Cruz Bautista. He knocked him out in 6 rounds. And then after that, he had Carlos Sanchez Valadez. He knocked him out in 3 rounds. So,
Okay.
yeah, I mean, he's been active for quite some time, but not as active as most fighters should.
Like I say, I like Teo coming up, man. Just towards, after he beat Loma, kind of lacked the discipline, and something was up, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something was off.
Honestly, man, if Pedro comes out here blazing hot and he just does some like Lucas he's on some fucking Lucas Matisse shit, then
Yeah.
I'll be very shocked and I'll be laughing at Teofimo because
Yeah. 140. Man.
yeah.
People fought Gary Antoine.
Yeah. Like honestly, I personally don't see that many names that
Yeah.
Teofimo can beat.
Yeah. There's
But
a lot. There's a lot. The 140 is another Shark Tank, bro. A lot of great fucking fighters, man.
yeah, because 140 is just filled with like a lot of
Sharks.
dangerous high level talent. It's basically just like a mystery box of deadly style matchups that a lot of people don't know.
Lot of different styles. Exactly, bro. I'm just thinking about all the 140 fighters right
Yeah.
now.
Because compared to the welterweight division, the welterweight division is the deepest division in boxing, but 140 is I would probably say 140 is at the most underrated deepest division in boxing, but it's not a glamour division. It's a
Right.
very
But it's a stepping stone to the glamour division.
yeah. That's basically what 140
Yeah.
is. 140, yeah. Like 140 is like a boot camp.
It's a lot of
heading-
heat in that boot camp, bro.
yeah,
Still,
yeah. That's basically what it is.
that 140 is going to turn into the glamour division with these next couple of years, in my opinion. It's going to. I'm following. I love 140, bro.
yeah,
That's a perfect weight, bro. At 147, usually they say 147, but 140, they're still a little bit lighter, move a little quicker, but they're still hitting, bro. Because even if you're at the high level lightweight's still hitting, bro. At 135, 126 is hitting, bro.
yeah.
Follow Feather. It's usually how I follow shit, but now we got Bam, we got the little guys, bro. In a way, I like following the little guys now, and anytime the little guys are on, even though it's not a KO, you gotta respect the art of boxing. You gotta respect the movements, the footwork, the connection ratio. You gotta pay attention to all that shit, and it's beautiful, bro.
Yeah, I mean, if boxing was like limited to like 8 weight classes max, then
Yeah, we talked about the weight class debate
Yeah.
before.
it's like boxing would be on fire. Like you'd be seeing, like, like I said earlier, you'd be seeing like amazing matchups every single day. And it's not like people can't get these matchups in. It's just that honestly, these sanction bodies and promoters, they're screwing up the game. A lot of these fighters that we obviously want to see fight better opposition, they're just being milked out in certain divisions. And I mean, guys like Jesse Bam Bam Rodriguez, he shouldn't be fighting at 108 or 150.
Well, I didn't even bring up 122 bantamweight, bro. Cool Boy Steph and Ahmed Aliyev, bro. Come on. I'm following all the fucking weight class. I don't give a fuck. I just don't follow strawweight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I really don't know the Japanese guys that much, but
Yeah.
Now that I'm getting to the boxing content on YouTube, I want to start educating myself even on the little guys, bro.
Yeah. Let's talk about the next topic with Mr. Subriel Matias versus Jeremiah Ponce, set soon to be made for the IBF title eliminator or vacancy. I wanted to get your thoughts on this, but when the fight date is made, how do you see this fight playing out?
Well, all I gotta say is you made me a Matias fan. I really didn't know who he was back, maybe about a couple months ago. But Subriel Matias, is it Matias or Matias or Matias?
It's called his last name is Matias.
How do you pronounce it? I'm Mexican, so I say Matias, no?
Yeah, his last name is Matias.
Matias, okay.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Yeah, I like him, bro. He's clean. He's on your pound for pound list.
Yeah.
I still don't think he'll be Gary Antoine Russell. That's my top dog at 140 right now. So
okay.
And I like Jose Cepeda. I have them kind of neck and neck, bro. I'm a Jose Cepeda fan. If he fights Ramirez, think that Cepeda will sleep him on this one, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I think Jose had a good shot at knocking
You're
out.
saying the soon to be, is this the soon to be IBF title eliminator vacancy? Did Josh Taylor drop the IBF belt as well at 140? I knew it was a WBA, WBC. So did he drop all his belts?
He dropped the WBA, he dropped the WBC, and he's holding on to the WBO and IBF. But I don't see him holding on to those belts for that long either. Because
yeah, I read in your shit. It says eliminator and vacancy.
yeah, because the reason why it's either of those two is because Josh Taylor hasn't made a pure decision yet in what he's going to do. And I mean, he said he wants to rematch Jack Catterall, but it's like he wants to do it at a catch weight, but you know that can't be made for a world championship.
I heard he wants to do it at 147. I heard.
Yeah. That's what I heard too. But
that was a lot, bro.
Yeah.
That's
He's
a
just
big
playing
jump from 140 to 147. That's a big jump, dog. Because you go from 122 to 126. That's 4 pounds. 126 to 130. That's 4 pounds. 130 to 135. That's another big kind of a bigger jump. Then you take the next leap, bro. That's the same kind of jump, right? Then you go up 2 more pounds. You know what I'm saying? That's the biggest jump right there. Is that jump from 140 to 147? Dude.
Yeah, but the problem that I have,
37 pounds. Yeah, those are big jumps.
Yeah, the problem that I have with Josh Taylor is that if you're not going to defend your belts at 140, then vacate them. But if you're going to be playing games with everybody, trying to act like, oh well, I don't know what I'm gonna do, blah blah blah. Nah, dude, you gotta either let these let these belts basically be vacated or just move on. Because I don't see him holding on to the to the IBF and the WBO. Because the only people that I know that can easily beat him through those mandatories would probably be potentially Subriel Matias or maybe Ponce. But I think Subriel Matias, he's going to conquer, the IBF route. But at the WBO, 140 rankings, let me take a look at that. Hold on. I'm actually looking up the rankings for the WBO at super lightweight. Just give me 1 second. Where is it? At the super lightweight division, we have Mr. Who? Yeah, where is it, man?
What are you looking for?
I'm looking at the rankings for the WBO. I got it right here. So
for 130?
No, for 140, 140. At 140. You have Liam Pero, who's undefeated at 22-0, in which I don't see him really beating Taylor. But
where's he from?
He's from Australia. And then you have Jose Ramirez. He's number 2. Jack Catterall at number 3.
Yeah, he's good.
Lopez at number 4. Jose Zepeda at number 5. Regis Pro at 6.
Get you out of there. He hasn't done shit yet.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, the WBO rankings are really weird, but yeah, Josh Taylor's only hope, honestly, is to probably give up the IBF because if Subriel Matias does mess around and defeat Ponce, then I don't see Josh Taylor really having too much of a good time with Subriel Matias, because Subriel Matias, he be taking people's people's lives out of the ring, and I think Josh Taylor, no matter how perfect he tries to box with Subriel, I just see Subriel hurting him late game, leading into a brutal knockout. And I think Subriel's work rate will be too much for Taylor, but either way, I truly believe Josh Taylor, he needs to move up to 147 because he doesn't look He doesn't look physically healthy at 140 anymore. He looks very drained. He looks very out of shape, and he doesn't look like the normal Josh Taylor that a lot of people wish to see. So I think Taylor's in a very bad position because he's making himself look a lot worse. For him to just stay at 140 when he should just move up to 147, get used to the division, at least fight somebody at a 147. I don't I personally don't care who it is. I mean, if anything, he should go after Conor Benn. He should take him out. He should take his spot, or he should fight David Avanesian. He could easily beat him. He could beat Giovanni Santien. He could beat all these guys that are ranked in different weight classes. I would I would personally stay away from Jaron Ennis, Virgil Ortiz, Keith Thurman. Definitely keep away from them.
Stanionis?
Who?
Stanionis?
Oh yeah, definitely. And Butaev too. Yeah. Butaev would just beat the living crap out of him.
Yeah. Let the OG handle their business, Spence and Crawford. And you got Boots,
Josh Taylor,
Conor Benn. We got there's all sorts of good 147 right now.
Yeah, Josh Taylor really thinks he's gonna win against Terrence Crawford, but yet you don't want to face any of the other killers like Jaron Ennis, Keith Thurman, Virgil Ortiz, Conor Benn. Which Conor Benn, he's questionable, but still. It's like for you to be on Fraud Watch, staying at 140 and just doing all this weird, ducking and dodging type of shit, that's just very disappointing. And I mean, don't be surprised when your mandatories start coming up at 140 if you decide to stay there and then you're not ready for any of those mandatory defenses. Just don't be surprised that you see Josh Taylor looking like crap because he's not going to be looking good at 140 anymore. He's going to start looking very out of shape, and he's not going to make the weight comfortably. He has to move up in weight. He cannot stay at 140 anymore. But yeah, leading into
I still think it's a bad move, man.
Yeah.
It's still a bad move because once he gets to 147, bro, like you said, bro, we got all the killers waiting for him.
yeah. And I think that's why Josh Taylor hasn't moved up because he's trying to wait for everybody to fight each other out, and then he could just move up to try to solidify a vacancy position to fight for the belt. But that's not going to work like that because you got Virgil Ortiz, quote unquote, who's still fighting at 147, which I don't understand why the hell he's still fighting at 147 because he damn near passed out, trying to force himself to drain weight to fight Michael McKinson. But it's just dude, you don't have any other options, man. It's honestly, Josh Taylor, he's gonna go through a deadly gauntlet of just tough guys back to back. So. Yeah, that's pretty much it with the Super Real talk. But let's talk about the next last few topics with Clarissa Shields versus Savannah Marshall set for September 10th, along with Michaela Mayer versus Alicia Baumgartner. What are your thoughts?
Fire flame, bro. I'm looking forward to Clarissa Shields and Savannah Marshall. They've been talking a lot of shit after each fight. They're ringside calling each other out. They've been selling this fight. I think it's great, bro. Great for the fans. Women boxing's taking off, bro. I'm a fan of women boxing. I don't give a fuck, bro. I love women boxing, bro. They've been putting in the work. Michaela Mayer and Alicia Baumgartner, man, another fire. I'm a big fan of both, man. I got Michaela Mayer though on this fight. I don't know, bro. Those are two fire ass. Those are really good fights, man. I'm glad.
Yeah, I just really hope that Savannah Marshall doesn't come in trying to cheat because some people I'll even use Stormy B, man. Like, like I was talking with him like about it, and he really does believe that there could be something fishy going on. That could be room for corruption to be committed, but I think Clarissa, she should have never, basically try to entertain this fight to be made, especially being over in the UK, because it's like Savannah. She didn't really deserve to get a fight in with Clarissa, and it's almost similar to like Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. It's like Clarissa, she's way better off than Savannah, and she has more traction and more following than Savannah. So for anybody to think that a fight of this magnitude is such a big fight, to us hardcores, it's really not. It's like this is just a fight that Clarissa wants to settle the score with, but
it's a big fight, bro.
Yeah. It's a big fight.
It's kind of like you said. You're comparing it to Wilder and Fury. It's for the women's side. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what it's coming down to. We just had Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano. You went to go see that at MSG.
Yeah, I think.
And that was a robbery. I thought Serrano won that shit, but still good fight for the fans, man. Good fucking firefight, bro.
I think honestly, Clarissa can have a better opponent than Savannah any day of the week, but the reason why she's fighting her is obviously due to something personal, like between them, because it's like like if Savannah is connected with criminals and Clarissa knows who she's associating with, but yet you're still fighting her, like there's something personal being done behind closed doors. But I don't really see the need to fight Savannah unless it's something that Clarissa really wants to show to everybody. But it's like that's gonna lure you into like a trap where she could very well try to get something in her favor, where she could come in drugged up or try to come in tampered up to do something really crazy to potentially cheat her, which I hope that doesn't happen. But if that happens, I'm gonna feel very bad for Clarissa, and I really hope that doesn't happen to her, because I don't want to see her take any unnecessary damage where she gets beat up real bad, and there's gonna be like a major legal case on it.
Yeah.
But
I like the fight, man. Who do you got? I got the GOAT, man, actually beating her.
Yeah. Same here. I got.
It's another robbery, and we're gonna be all sad.
Yeah, I mean, if
Savannah's tough, bro. I'm not gonna count her out, bro.
Yeah, Savannah's a decent fighter. She's nothing special. She's just a one-dimensional power punching female fighter, but she doesn't really have. She doesn't have all this power, because if you compare her fighting style back in the amateurs, she was just cruising girls to a decision. She wasn't knocking.
Clarissa got better skills.
Yeah. Clarissa's a all-dimensional.
Marshall has power.
But the thing that I'm trying to say is that Savannah doesn't have all this power. Everyone tries to say that she does, because if you look at her amateur, build up, she wasn't knocking ladies out, and that's a good sign to compare and contrast, to show that in the professionals, if you didn't have power in the amateurs, but for some weird reason you're knocking ladies out in the in the pros, but you obviously have to have some sort of disadvantage or some sort of hyper advantage over your opponents, where it clearly shows that you really can't knock girls out with one punch. It takes an accumulation of shots where you're actually doing some like actual critical damage to somebody that makes it seem like that you really don't have any natural power to begin with. I think that's clearly a symbol to show that Savannah's power isn't really that big that many people bring it out to be, because she hasn't really gone the full distance with every single one of her opponents. But
right.
Just compared to Clarissa's opponents, even though a good load of them they were past like their prime and they weren't like the best versions of themselves, but out of her toughest fights, like I would probably say, out of the biggest punchers that Clarissa Shields has fought, Hannah Gabriel is definitely one of those opponents because she can hit. I don't care what anybody has to say. Hannah Gabriel is a known puncher, but she can box too. So she's a naturally gifted boxer puncher, and Clarissa only went down once in her career to Hannah Gabriel, and she was able to take that shot and just get right back up. So I mean, with Savannah, she's not anywhere near the level with Clarissa, because if you think about it, every single one of her opponents that she quote unquote stopped, these are ladies that don't have good skill sets, and they don't have good records. She's been knocking out a bunch of basically low level fighters, and she's not really beating up on any certifieds. Like her only certified victories would probably be Hannah Rankin, who's now a unified champion, if I'm not mistaken, at 154. But that's pretty much it. She's not really doing anything spectacularly. Like she's not doing anything spectacular. She's just sitting at 154 doing nothing. But
Yeah.
after that victory, she then went off to beat one of Clarissa's former opponents, Femke Hermans, which she's not that good of a fighter either, but she could definitely go blow for blow and make better progress for most of her difficult fights. But the fact of the fact of the matter is that Clarissa has fought the way better competition.
Yeah.
But her skill sets show that she's not a Femke Herman. She's not a past prime Maria Lindenberg, in which she knocked out in 3 rounds for Savannah. She's not any of these low level ladies that Savannah just blew right through. And I think that's where all the hype is really being built, around her, where everyone thinks that she's such a big, she's such a big upset alert fighter where she could have the ability to stop Clarissa. But it's like, how can she stop her when she's not fighting any prime for prime talent? If anything, she should have fought Clarissa's former opponent, Christina Hammer, when they fought for Undisputed back in 2019, that following April. But if she had fought Christina Hammer around that time frame and she stopped her, then I'd be very, very shocked, because that's to me, that's a very notable name in the division, and I think she fights at super middleweight, if I'm not mistaken. Still,
Yeah.
If she had fought somebody like that and she were to stop her, then I'd be like, okay, that's a very good, credible name. But for you to just stop a bunch of low level ladies and call yourself the best fighter ever, that doesn't really speak that much. If anything, that's literally on the same boat with Terrence Crawford, pretending that he's not the greatest at 147, but yet he's fighting a bunch of low level fighters, right?
All right.
So I don't know. I think Clarissa's gonna dominate her, but if there's any sense of cheating from Savannah, I'll come right back on here and I will expose her. But as far as the co-main event, Alicia Baumgart, Michaela Mayer, I think Alicia is gonna just cruise her to a decision. I don't see Michaela being fast enough to really land her shots on Alicia, and I think Alicia, she's gonna take this fight very seriously, and I think this is gonna be like a breakout fight for her. I think it's just gonna be like a Errol Spence type of performance where
I like both of them ladies. It's hard to choose on who I think that would win, honestly. And I don't know. I got that feeling, man. Mayer's gonna get this one. I gotta disagree, but
well,
Alicia's still my girl a little bit.
I used to like Michaela, but the reason why I don't like her is because people are trying to hype her up too much, and they're trying to use like all these like quote unquote fights that she's been in to say like, oh, well,
She fought some tough competition too, K Rod. She fought Jennifer Hahn. She's from my hometown. She's a pretty badass boxer, and she fucked her up.
yeah, Jennifer is a good fighter, but at the same token, she didn't fight for like for what like I think like a full year leading into that fight. But it's like
Yeah, it's because of
if you
COVID.
really think about it, she should have went ahead and faced somebody like I don't know, like I'm just like
Well,
looking
yeah, back
at
then you had to be if you were fighting during COVID, you had that. A lot of fighters had that option to stay at home, wait it out, or be in that bubble. Right? They call it the bubble, right?
yeah. Like
I had a friend that was in the bubble, and it sucked, bro. Like he had a fucking, it was just a lot of bullshit, testing and fucking staying away from people. Like it's a lot of sacrificing during that time frame. But
yeah.
fighters made that move, and some fighters didn't. You can't really blame the virus.
Yeah.
It's not like it's them doing it. There was a pandemic and shit.
Yeah, like to me, the only problem that I have with Michaela's resume is that a good load of her victories is against ladies that are not really known, and
Right.
not a lot of people know a lot of these fighters that she fought, other than I say Maiva Hamadouche, which I thought Maiva she almost came close to stopping Michaela, but the problem with her is that she wasn't like selectively throwing her shots properly, and she kept getting hit. She kept getting hit with like so many predictable shots.
She got beat up.
She had like no defense. So
defense, yeah.
Yeah, but it's like Michaela. She could have very well got knocked out that fight, but the other fighters that she's fought, Erica Farias, that was a good fight. That was decent to say the least. But Erica Farias, she's not the same fighter as she once was.
For us to be, usually we're on the same street with a fight, but this fight's so good in competition that I really have to say it's going to be a 50-50 fight, Kira. It's going to be 50-50.
Yeah, I think Elise is coming in. She's coming in to actually shine in this fight, and I think she's gonna dominate Michaela, because it's like Michaela, she's only good for what she can show to you, but she hasn't really been in there with like a true pure boxer level fighter. Right. And out of all of her opponents that she's fought a bunch of low level opposition ladies. She hasn't faced any solid pure boxer fighter, and I think Alicia is going to be that fighter to really show the levels of competition that she's fought. And not to say Alicia she's any different, because she hasn't really fought that much tough names other than Christina Lina D'Artaud, in which she's a very good fighter. That was her only loss that she lost to her, but she dominated her, and she did a good job like fighting her. But surprisingly, she lost that fight, which I thought she won that fight. But Christina, she's a certified. She was a former world champion at one point in time, and now she is the current WBO super lightweight champion. Or actually, no. Actually, yeah. She was the WBO world super lightweight champion, but I think as of recently, hold on, who's the WBO super lightweight champion at 140? I think I'm not too sure. I think it's it's Chantel Cameron. She has the she has a WBC in the IBF, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, I think Kaylee Reese, she has a WBO, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but if that is what I'm thinking inside my head, then yeah, she has the WBO. Yeah, because she beat Jessica Mera back in the past. So she has the WBA and the WBO and the IBO, and Chantel has the WBC and the IBF. So that's what Chantel wants to go for Undisputed, but that's a pretty decent fight in which Chantel she's wanting to fight Jessica McCaskill, who had said that she wants to go back down to 140 to go beat up on Chantel Cameron. So
Yeah.
I think Jessica would knock her out.
She's tough. Yeah, that was a good
Yeah.
fight. She
Cass Killer.
Cass Killer.
Yeah. But yeah, back to Alicia Baumgartner. She's had some she's had some decent victories. Out of all her 13 fights, her notable victories is Terry Harper, Christina Lina Darto.
That knockout trip.
Who?
That was a standing knockout with that Terry Harper.
Yeah. She knocked her out standing.
I've never seen that shit before, bro. Where motherfuckers knocked out standing. I haven't seen that shit ever, bro. And I'm a boxing fan. I was like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah, I think
she stayed on her feet, bro. She stayed on her feet and was knocked out.
I think Alicia has more power than Michaela. Because her knockouts are more heavy hitting shots.
Her flash,
Yeah. They're like her power is similar to Shakur Stevenson in a way. She has that sneaky power where
kind of like boots knockout type shit.
Yeah. Yeah, like she doesn't need to knock anybody out. She just needs to set up with a shot.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's like a Bud Crawford type of knockout.
Yeah, she has very sneaky, like she has a sneaky type of style where she hits you with flashy punches that hurt you, but she sets up those shots where you don't see them coming, and if she hits you, she's gonna crack you. She's kind of similar to your Dennis Ugas in that way, where if you let Ugas, be played like a round, he's gonna he's gonna mess around and actually hurt you and try to stop you. So I think with Alicia, if she does let the same game plan that she did against Terry Harper against Michaela Mayer, I think she could easily stop Michaela, but I don't see that happening. I think it's gonna go to the scorecards, and I think if Alicia comes out blazing hot and she boxes beautifully, I think it's gonna be a very good close fight that's gonna go 6-4, or I don't know. I think it's gonna be a very very difficult fight to score. But honestly,
it's a 50-50 fight, bro.
Yeah,
it's a great fight.
Yeah. I really wish that it was a 3-minute fight because it's a fucking 2-minute fight. I don't like these 2 minutes, man.
Yeah, not enough time.
Yeah. These 2-minute fights really kill female boxing. But let's talk about the second to last two topics, and then I'll get up out of here. Devin Haney and Bill Haney says they're ready to fight Gervonta Tank Davis in October timeframe. Can this fight be next?
I know he has to either have a rematch clause with Kambosos, but I don't. I think that's too soon. I just think that they're willing to accept a fight with Tank, which is great news, But I heard that they already had a plan set, and the plan was a rematch, and then it was going to be Lomachenko.
Yeah.
So whatever they do, if it's Lomachenko, Tank, I know they got to get the rematch in. My hat's off to Bill Haney and the Dream Team, and Devin Haney, the Dream, because they're doing good, brother. I mean, everybody's trying to call him out. He's got all the marbles now, so. Yeah, it's too early. Like I said, it's too early to call each other a duck the other day. It's too early for that shit to be saying, "Hey, he's ducking me." Come on, he just let him shine. He just got his belts. You know what I mean? He's already got a fucking rematch, Kambosos. So let him get that out of the way. Then they can talk business. Tank, they can make the money. With Loma, they can prove that they beat the man that was the man. So either direction they go, I'm supporting them all the way, bro.
Yeah. I just think honestly, like if Devin's willing to fight Tank next, then I think from what I heard, he should take that route and vacating his belts and just fight Tank because he doesn't need to fight Cambosos. That's what everyone tries to push with that narrative. It's just that he's contractually obligated to make his undisputed title defenses against Cambosos. So he can easily just say, "All right, well, screw you. I don't need to fight you." He can go fight for either one of those belts because, like he's not going to fight for all of them. So, whoever's going to be a mandatory for either of those belts, they can go ahead and they can go ahead and get those belts. But for Devin's case, he can easily just vacate the belts and then try to see what's possible to get that fight in with Gervonta Davis because Gervonta's coach Calvin Ford had been very vocal lately. I believe on the Rise podcast, and I think he talked with Blue Blood, and he said that they want Devin Haney next. So I think that's a very possible. Yeah. I think Devin and Tank is very close to what we don't know, but it's just that Devin and his dad need to just talk with Top Rank and try to see what they can do. Because think about it, if they like like I'll just use Errol Spence and your Dennis Ugas. All the fighters that could have been their mandatories to fight them, they got paid step aside money to have that fight of that magnitude be made. So for fights like that to be easily prioritized, especially for guys like Jermell Charlo who just became undisputed, what makes anyone not think that Devin Haney and Gervonta Tank Davis can't be made?
Right.
Because it can be made. It's just that they need to come to the business table, and it's like Cambosos, he's just going in there just to get his payday. So, what I would do if I was working for Top Rank, I would just give him, the rest of his money because that's really what he wants. He just wants that payday. Give him that step aside money and let Gervonta Tank Davis fight for undisputed. Or if Cambosos doesn't want that and he wants those belts, then Devin should say, "Screw you! I'm not going to fight you again. Just go after Tank, make that fight with him, and if that doesn't work out, then I would just basically say, all right, well, screw it. I'll just move up to 140 because I don't see Devin staying at 135 for too much longer. I think he has like a good year left, and then after that, he needs to move up because the only fights that make the most sense is Gervonta Davis, or he could fight Vasil Lomachenko, or he could end up fighting Shakur Stevenson, who had recently said that he is planning on moving up to 135 soon because he cannot make 130, easily.
Right.
So I don't know. I think honestly, I would like to see this fight be made in October because if it can be made in October, that is a very, very good time frame because Gervonta Davis just fought in May. He can easily be ready for a Devin Haney fight in October. And if that fight's made, I'm definitely talking about that fight. I don't care. I'm promoting it. I'm doing everything.
No, I feel you, bro. Great fight. Lomachenko or Tank next. I'm happy, bro.
Yeah. It's gonna be a very electric fight, and the time needs to be now. It can't be later, man. Because Gervonta, he's around my age. He's 27, about to be 28 this upcoming, I think, December, if I'm not mistaken. But still, it's like, dude, you need to fight Devin now. You don't want
he needs
Devin.
to go for a real belt. No WBA regular belt. He needs to go for the real straps. He's talented. He needs a shot at Haney. It'll bring a lot of money. Either Loma or him, I don't care, bro. Either one, I'm happy.
Yeah, because of Gervonta tries to do something really fishy to like fight like a Rolando Romero in a rematch or fight somebody that we never asked him to fight, then I'm gonna be looking at Gervonta funny. And I don't want to call Tank a duck, but it's just like he's like starting to like make me not like him anymore.
Right.
Yeah, but yeah, let's talk about the final topic of the night. Mr. Arnold Barbosa Jr. He'll be going up against Puerto Rico's own Danielito Zaria, July 15th. I think that's out in California. And also Keyshawn Davis will be fighting on the card on top of Richard Torres. What's your thoughts?
Keyshawn Davis is fighting. Who's Keyshawn Davis fighting?
Fighting that Mexican fighter Jair Vallatala, or I forgot what his name is. His name is Jair Valiterra. Yeah, Jair Valiterra.
Yeah, Arnold Barboza's good, bro. I got him over Zaria. Richard Torres, the heavyweight that just debuted, right? That was an Olympian.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, he was an Olympic fucking great or whatever the fuck.
Silver medalist.
Yeah, he just had his pro debut, and who's he with? The Zone?
No, he's a top rank.
Oh, he is with Top Rank, huh? Richard Torres, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, too early for Richard Torres for me to call it. Like, I know he's got Olympic pedigree. I seen his pro debut. Looked all right. Nothing spectacular to me, in my opinion. If I had seen something, I would remember more of him. You know what I'm saying? But I remember his pro debut. Remember the hyping it up. Yeah. I like Keyshawn Davis. I don't know his opponent. And then Arnold Barboza, like we said, he's already talking shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so of course I know Barboza. I don't know too much about Zaria. What's Zaria's record?
Danielito, he's 16-0.
He's undefeated. Where's he from?
Yeah. Say again?
And Barboza got one loss, right?
Yeah, Barboza, he's undefeated.
Oh, Barboza's undefeated as well?
Yeah. Yep, he's undefeated.
Okay. Yeah, so it's pretty good, bro. What competition has Zaria fought?
Zaria, he hasn't really fought any, dangerous level names. He fought Ruslan Madiev, which he got a technical decision because Madiev, he got deducted a point for hitting behind the head in round 5, and Zaria went down with another rabid punch in round 8, and he couldn't continue. So he ended up winning that fight, and then after that, leading into that following September of that 2021, prior to his March 4th fight with Madiev, he had a second round KO victory over Pablo Cesar Cano. And after that, he's now facing Arnold Barboza. But his opponents haven't really been anything special. He can definitely pack a punch, and I think that the biggest takeaway is that he has long arms. He's a very, very tall, rangy fighter, and I think Barboza, he's never faced anybody that's tall and rangy, but he's also tall with his arm length too. He has a 72-inch arm reach, which is only a 2-inch reach advantage. But I think the thing with Barboza is that he only boxes with you when he's able to keep you away from him, and he can't really punch that hard. And I don't see Zaria really letting Barboza get into his rhythm. And I think as Zaria, if he comes into this fight very hyper aggressive and he starts breaking Barboza down, I think Barboza, he's in for like a very difficult fight where he could end up losing. because he hasn't really been brought to deep waters. Every single one of his fights have always either went to, the scorecards very smooth, or he hasn't really been in there with like a really tough opponent. So he either blows dudes out where he could end up knocking them out, but he's not that much of a puncher. He
Yeah.
he just has good boxing fundamentals, but he hasn't been brought to the deep waters to actually see how much dexterity and how much how should I say, how much endurance he can take with those dangerous level fighters. So yeah, that's my take.
Man, those are good topics, K-Rod. Man, that was nice layout, man, that you did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just excited for this Magsayo and Ray Vargas fight too, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, same here, man. I think that's gonna be. I think Ray Vargas is gonna shock us. I think he's gonna come in there and he's gonna do what he has to do. And if he beats Mark Magsayo very, very decisively, that's gonna be very, interesting.
Right, definitely, man.
Yeah, because like I said, I don't think
Gary Russell Jr. is fighting too, bro. At the end of the month.
Oh yeah. Gary Antoine, he's fighting on the
Gary Antoine's fighting. What about Gary Russell Jr.?
Gary Russell Jr. I don't think he's fighting soon, but I gotta keep up to date.
I thought he had a fight announced.
I'm not too sure. I think Gary Russell, he's been pretty quiet on that, but I mean, if he does have a fight,
no, I got a video of him training the other day. Can you just Google it and see if maybe he's confirmed the fight?
yeah, like I don't see anything. I
Nothing.
think, yeah, there's nothing. I mean, Gary Russell,
Gary Antoine's fighting at the end of the month, correct?
Yeah, Gary Antoine, he's fighting on whatchamacallit. He's fighting on I forgot what day. He's fighting July 30th, I think, on the Danny Garcia card.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. He's fighting July 30th against Rances Bartholomew. Yeah, Rances Bartholomew. To which I think that's going to be a very telling fight, because if he could stop Rances, then that speaks a lot of volume, because Rances, he's actually a very difficult fighter. Like he's really, really good. Like he has a lot of good skills.
Nice.
But yeah, I can't wait to see Gary Antoine Russell, because I really wish I can go to that fight, but I can't, because I'm probably
at the Barclays, huh?
Yeah. Barclays Center. That that's gonna be lit.
Hard, bro. You look forward to that card too. I like Danny Garcia.
Yeah, I think Danny's gonna knock out Jose Benavidez.
Yeah, I don't think Jose. It's kind of after he got shot, bro, and all that shit. He's not the same fighter. Face Bud. Huh?
Yeah. I really wish he just didn't get shot. If he didn't get shot, then I think his career would be a lot different.
Yeah, he would get Bud a better shot, huh?
Yeah, he would have taken over a lot of divisions. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Like, that was a good show.
Yeah, awesome, bro.
Yeah, do you have any last words to say, or?
No, man. You can catch me at on my YouTube page, Skywalker #TWT, Skywalker Boxing #TWT on YouTube, and Boxing 4 Life Tim on Instagram. Thank you, man.
Yep, I appreciate it.
Yeah, great show, brother.
Yep. Thank you.
Have a good night, man.
Yep, same to you. All right. Thank you guys for watching this episode done by yours truly, KRod7435. Um, Shout out to the mighty LDBC, and long live Mr. Deontay Wilder, the Browns bomber, and long live Puerto Rico and Puerto Rican boxing, baby. So, oh, and also happy 4th of July to all the, loving or freedom loving Americans, and may freedom and liberty, conquer, the entire world. So, yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Thank you guys for coming through. I'll probably be live again tomorrow, and I'm probably gonna, edit like my stream elements tomorrow. But yeah, look, I'll see you guys tomorrow. More content coming soon, and thank you guys for watching. All right, thank you. Have a good night. Bye.